Wait, one time, sure I'm recording. I should be recording now. Okay, hello and welcome back to... Well, oh, something just finished. Updated. I do apologise. But hello and welcome back to some Half-Life 2. Well, we're going to be looking at the mods that are the most popular this week. Well, in the past week. Now, I was going to show these off in-game, but I tell you, I do not have enough save files in the right spots to do a lot of these stuff, I tell you. Now, we got the zombie animation improvements. This one's actually quite good, actually. We've seen a bit of it. It really does do wonders, I tell you. It really does. Makes it look a lot better. Especially this guy, I tell you. When I saw this earlier, I was like, there's a lot of good, animation mods coming out recently. You got the young Eli. I always mispronounce that word, I tell you. There's just that many ways to say it, I tell you. Because, it rotates around the world, I tell you. We got the... You know what, I cannot remember how to say it. Entropy 02. Now that was a pretty good, mod from back in, a while back. But, animations with the Junes Fewest models really does look quite nice. I think, no, we have not used this one, but, there's another one that does kind of the gloves as well. And it kind of looks a lot better. We got enhanced blood textures that, is actually not too bad, actually. Not too bad at all. I really like these blood textures over the previous ones, I tell you. You got Resident Evil Source. How many things are going to finish, updating? Like there was Gary's mod there, and then it appears every once in a while too. We got the condensed animated HUD fixed captions. I tell you, the condensed animated HUD has probably got to be one of my, favourite HUDs. Because it's just so simplistic, I tell you. So you can't go wrong with the original anyway, I quite enjoyed it. The Shadow over Ravensmouth. I'm actually going to dedicate a whole episode to checking out this mod. Basically a horror novel, map, and, it seems pretty interesting from what I've seen, I've seen the, screenshots that it has, and it seems very, creepy, I tell you. Very creepy. But, we'll check that out, in its own video. Now you got Mr. Bean replaces Alex Vance, and then you got the Go Slip Yourself G-Man intro. Now, this one I've seen basically everywhere now, and it's not too bad, I tell you. It's not too bad. It's great. Plus, it's a lot faster, I tell you. Cuts down some time, I tell you. Cuts down... Ooh, sorry about that, I started burping there. The Mr. Bean replaces Alex Vance. This is probably going to be my favourite. Because, you have such a feminine voice coming out of Mr. Bean, I tell you. And, he does, like, the feminine animations and all that. This is hilarious. Alright. I do want to check out the other, most popular items. So, here we have it. We got the Airboat Remaster. I tell you, this actually makes the Airboat look a lot nicer, I tell you. I was looking through it and it just looks so much better, I tell you. So much better. I really do like, how it looks. It looks more rugged. It feels like, the original, but, a better version. Now, you got the Half-Life Beta aesthetics. Now, this one's not actually too bad. I was thinking about getting this, and I was so close to it, but then I thought it might override some other, animations and aesthetic mods that I got, so I decided to put it on hold for now. But it really does make the game look a lot more rugged. And I really do like, the look of it. I really do. I do kind of miss, the Half-Life Beta, pictures that they had, I tell you. Because Half-Life Beta, if you've not seen, a video on, like, going over the entire thing, you should go check it out. The Half-Life Beta is just such a cool idea, I tell you. It's just so nice. In a dystopian way, to be more exact. It just hits all the right points, that's what I'm gonna say. Now, I tell you, they actually do have a, what do you call it, thing, video for this one. Now when you go... That is what this, one does, I tell you. The HEV health recharge, and what do you call it? The charger. Sorry, I just had to fix something there. It's, it's pretty nice, I tell you. I do quite enjoy it. Manir... I can never say this. Mernber Metastasis. You can't, judge me. This one I'm going to dedicate its own episode to. And then we have Average Earth Surrender Enjoyer. Now this one, pretty sick. We showed it off in a recent episode of going over the, what do you call it, mods, but in game. It's pretty sick, I tell you. As you can see, it's perfection, I tell you. Perfection. We have the Project Half-Life 2 weapon replacement. Now this, I tell you, this is pretty sick, I tell you. I quite enjoy it. So I really hate how it puts the guns away. Like, it's, put at your side or something, or put it your, it's held upwards. It kind of, throws me off that, I tell you. I wish there was like a button to, click, whether you want it to go upwards or not. Kinda like how other games have that. I tell you. It definitely has some of the best looking, types of weapons. You know what? This is a pretty sick crossbow. I really like the grenade. I don't think I got to really show off the grenade too much because I was always throwing it. But it really does look quite nice. And then you got this. This one actually looks a lot better than the previous one. And now the RPG, I can't say too much about the RPG. It's nice, but at the same time, I kind of feel like I enjoy the previous RPG more. And now there's a bunch of meme mods now coming up. You got the Citadel blasting, Camille dancing. It says all that it needs to say itself, I tell you. You got the mildly improved weapon textures. I was actually going to go with this over the other one, but I just felt like the other one was pretty nice. But I do quite enjoy this. I might actually swap to using this now. I'll get rid of the other one. I enjoy the other one, but I feel like it'd be quite nice to have, I really like how, it kind of feels more plasticky, if you know what I mean. Kind of feels like it's not that, foreign and rugged. Though you still have all the little lines, so it kind of does still have the feeling to it. That's not too bad, actually. Shotgun. Shotgun still looks pretty sick. Like, it's only mildly improving, I tell you. But, you know what I say, it feels quite nice. Like, this was the original. You can see that, it's a huge difference, with the other one. But at the same time, I do kind of like the other one. The other mod that we showed. That was, what they call it, textures. But I do kind of prefer the original. There's just something with the original, I tell you. You just have that many memories with it. And I tell you, this one looks a lot better. I feel like it's more, what do you call it, bumpy. That's what I will say. It's kind of more bumpy. I think this mod does a quite good job, mildly improving the stuff. We have the WhatsApp Gordon. I tried getting this, making it work, but when we actually used it, I tell you, it did not work. Because I had another one in another mod, so all three suits just merged into one and it just looked like this very ugly suit. It really cracked me up when I saw it. The reskin zombies? This is actually pretty sick, this really is pretty sick looking. Now that one looks even more creepy. It looks like, all the oxygen's just being cut off. That's pretty sick, That's a very cool mod, I tell you. That is a very cool mod. What's the other one that I saw? Half-Life Alyx model pack. Even with the Source engine, being so old now, this looks pretty sick, still. It looks pretty sick. Now we have the enhanced City 17 Cityscape texture. Enhanced. What my words and just not want to work there. And I tell you, this does not actually look too bad. I do quite enjoy it. It really does look quite, like the Half-Life beta. I think that's why it drew me in. We have the Half-Life Alyx Vortigern replacement. I actually really enjoyed seeing this, I tell you. Though, for some reason, the audio for them broke for some reason. I just could not get them to, speak for when I first encountered it. But I think that was just an audio bug when I first encountered it because he's supposed to speak, but then he didn't speak. But then the other ones later on spoke, so, Oh, I love the little chef hats. Poor guy. Yeah, you know what? It is pretty sick looking, I tell you. I would recommend getting that one. I also got the Half-Life Alyx Dr. Isaac Kleiner. I do quite enjoy this one over the other one, I tell you. Because it just feels more smooth, but still, keeping it to the original, I tell you. And I think that's where, Half-Life Alyx done quite well, well, it's, models, is that it's still Half-Life, and it's not like, totally changed. Now, I thought about getting this, but then I had the other one, so I decided not to. Plus, it's pretty funny. You get betrayed by Big Smoke and actual San Andreas. Spoiler if you have not played San Andreas. I should have said that first. But, you also get betrayed in Half-Life 2 by him. But I guess it's over, multiple years. Someone needs to make one for Half-Life 1. Just bring Big Smoke so he betrays you and all of the stuff. But it really is a pretty sick, model, I tell you. I love just seeing, more about Big Smoke, more mods. They're always like, Now this one's just an image slapped on it, basically, I tell you. But it's hilarious at the same time. It just looks like, it'd be funny if it could talk. Like it just, goes, Jack, we need to cook once you kill someone. Even though he doesn't say that throughout the entire thing. You know what? Half-Life Judith Mossman does look pretty, sick. Especially in Half-Life 2, Source Engine. Now this one, I didn't really get this one, I tell you. I get this one now. Oh, that is pure gold, I tell you. That is pure gold. Every texture is a random frame in the virtual end. Imagine trying to beat the game with this. I would, you know what? If someone can beat the game with this, let me know, I tell you. I would love to see it. We have Entropy 02, Bad Cop and Wilson in episode 1 and 2. Ah! Okay. Alright, I know the story a bit. We got the Buggy Remaster. I do say that the Buggy Remaster looks pretty sick. We drove it for a little while before putting it in the garage. We drove it like 5 seconds, put it in the garage, and that was it. We never got to use it. The Half-Life Alyx supply crate, I tell you. This is probably one of my favorite supply crates, ever created. It seems like a surprise, surprise crate? It'd be funny, you break open one of these crates, but you have like a 50% chance of spawning a random, enemy. That would be hilarious. You play 50-50. And we'll go check out, page 2, I tell you. We have the Bionicle Rakshi Vortigern. These ones are actually pretty sick, I tell you. This is pretty sick. It just reminds me of Left 4 Dead 2 Modern back in the day. Left 4 Dead 2 Modern? I remember one time just modding the whole game to be like, Halo. Wasn't really the best, because you had a tank that came through this tunnel one time. Oh, it felt like we were being hunted by that tank, We were running away from that tank. I'm pretty sure the tank, killed mostly everyone on our team. Except for one person. They were like the last survivor. Carol, C.J. Johnson replaces Barney Calhoun. You know what, that's actually pretty funny. You have Big Smoke and now you have, C.J. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Love that. You know what? This one's actually not too bad. I do quite enjoy the look of this one. That's actually not too bad. It's a pour over, but you know, at the same time, it's pretty sick. Now this, I never got to see a head crab. I was so sad that I did not get to see a head crab that had the hat. But I think this is one that added the audio. Does it add the audio? No. One of them adds the audio, I tell you, that turned the head crab into talking. And it was like the most, you know, weirdest thing. I'm pretty sure it's this one. I love the little, you know, top hat to it. It's hilarious. Breen flow. That's hilarious. Halo C Combat Evolved. MA5B. That is pretty sick. That is pretty sick, I tell you. You know, we just talked about Halo and then Halo pops up. I really like that, you know, you have the blue one and then you have the, you know, I think that's actually the one that shoots the, is it pulse gun? That on the ground there. I'm pretty sure it's that. But it might not be. There might be two different ones. You got Halo Life. You know what, I might as well check it out. What's in Halo Life? You got the rifle, you got the shotgun. I love the shotgun, I love the little, I think it was a hippo on there, you know, the cartridges. I always loved that detail. And then you got the pistol. Not too bad actually, not too bad at all. But I'm delving too deep at it. I saw this, the TF2 bread crabs. This was pretty sick looking at it. It was, you know, my second option for head crabs, but I decided, you know what? No, I won't go too far into the mods. That's how. We got the Half-Life Gordon Arm / Junez models on, you know, Entropy 02 animations. You know what? I do kind of like, you know, how they hold, you know, the weaponry. Pretty sure that's what the previous one, you know, followed, that kind of, you know, holding style. Now this one was, you know, I really wish I, you know, had a save file for Father Gregory, but I do not think I do have one. Or I do have one, but it's a very rare chance that I'll find it in my many save files, I tell you. Half-Life 2. Joshua Graham replaces Father Gregory. You know what? I would love it to just replace these lines with, you know, Joshua Graham lines. That would be hilarious. Bread nickel. Barnacle, but bread nickel. Now this, I love when, you know, they combine like two series, like, you know, you got TF2 here, and you got, it really cracks me up. Episode 2 Winteristic Textures. Dang. That is actually pretty sick. You know what, I'm actually gonna get that. I did really like the green environment, but at the same time, you know, it kind of makes sense that a lot of time has passed, so now it's winter. That looks pretty sick, I tell you. I'm definitely, when we're playing for episode 2, you know, using that, I tell you. You got the two-handed pistol. That's not too bad, actually. I would get that, but it would probably collide with another, you know, one. Now this I saw, I tell you, this I saw. I was so close to getting it. But then I saw this and I thought, oh, that's got to collide with the other one. Should have just got it anyway, because it did collide with the other one anyway. Well, another one collided with the, you know, other suit model. But I love just being beat up by, like, McDonald's. It's just... I love the little, you know, I love that, you know, Portal 2 turrets. That's great. That is great. Alright, we have the bloody Rebel texture fix. You know, pretty sick, you know. I kinda enjoy the other one, though that one seems more, you know, realistic. It seems more like a, what do you call it, chili. You know, it seems more like chili. The other one seems more like, you know, tomato. Now, I think we saw this already. But, you know what? I love just the memories of playing like Halo Combat Evolved. I remember coming up with a theory on how the spike gun works. And it's crystals in it. I know I'm going off track here. But it's crystals in it racked to air. So it crystallizes. And so, because it reacts to air and crystallizes, when you fire the trigger on the needler, it crushes down those crystals, pushing all the energy out, and it shoots out the gas that shoots out the projectile because it forms and crystallizes. That's why it has that glow to it, because it's newly formed. That's my theory on how it works, I tell you. What? You know, I was gonna say Halo 2, Half-Life 2 beta console green replacement. I always really enjoyed this one, you know, pretty sick looking. It's weird that, you know, Alex's dad, Eli, was gonna be like, you know, split. There was like two and then it just got combined. Like there was gonna be like a rebel uprising or something. Pretty sick. Counter-Strike, flashlight, click. Half-Life 1 weapon pack? That is pretty sick. You know what, I would love to play through Half-Life 1. It's been a, you know, I've never actually gotten to play through Half-Life 1, but I've seen it over the years, I tell you. And I have it, but I've never gotten to play it yet. We just have that many, you know, series to do on the channel. We have the Borealis, Boreal Alf weapon sounds. Alright, let's hear them. That's not too bad, That's pretty sick. That's a really good sound in there. Now, Eli Nirvana sweater. HEV and health expanded charger custom drip noise. I tell you, people are just going crazy with the mods now, I tell you. Like, this is just, you know, the first week, I tell you. Like, it's only been 2 days, you know, and they've already, you know, ported over so much, I tell you. Like, there's 100+ pages now, I tell you. Half-Life Alyx styled health and suit charger replacement. I do kinda enjoy those over the other one, I tell you. They do kinda look a lot nicer. Cinematic Episode 2 background. That is pretty sick, I tell you. That is pretty sick. Zoid crab. I tell you, Half-Life, you know, 2 now has Zoid crab. Left 4 Dead 2 has Zoids in it, you know, that you can replace as zombies. It's just a never-ending, you know, if there's a Source game, there's a Zoid crab. Somewhere. Somewhere, I tell you. Beta-styled HUD. You know what, I kinda like that HUD. That's pretty sick, actually. I really, you know, I think one of my favourite HUDs had to be like the old TF2 back in like 2014, 2013 time. I really loved the HUD from back then. That was like a pretty sick time, I tell you. All sounds are replaced by my voice. What does your voice sound like? I love that. That is absolute pure gold. I'm so sad that they did not, you know, all sounds replaced by my voice. Why is the helicopter not changed, you know? There was that ding at the start, you know, why is that not, you know, changed? I'm complaining, but you know, at the same time, I find it hilarious. Oh, they messed up the train. They messed up the train. They messed up the train. Saul Goodman, Chief Man replacement. You're joking me. Someone actually did this.
Mr. Freeman, rash to imply you have been...
That's pure gold. Okay, we're at the last, two. We got a cargo container bump map fix. I kind of like the rigged, look to it. I like the old one, but at the same time, I kind of like this one. I really like how, rigid it's become. So I kind of like the smoothness of it at the same time. They're both good, I tell you, they're both good. Pistol shell ejection fixed. That's pretty sick. I always remember in games, when early on in game and like, PS2, Xbox original time, you would always find the games that you did not get like, pistol casings on the ground, or they would just instantly disappear, or they were just non-existent. You would fire and that's it, It didn't actually show up after that. Good times that. Good times, pushing the limits of gaming back then. Rebel hands. You know what, I do actually kind of like these hands, but the fingers are just too white, I tell you. Feels like you're just chopping off the blood to them that is just turned white. If you know what I mean. Well, I guess it would turn... Well, it depends, It depends, It depends. But I do think that's us for the first 2 pages of Half-Life 2 mods. It's really crazy, like, how much, modding has, started. Oh, it's only 68 pages, I thought it's like 100 plus. But I tell you, there's like so much. Like, I'll just give you a little bit of, a skim through for a German brain voice. Come on, let's check this out. I was really hoping I had a video to it. Some of them have videos, some of them don't. But there is just so many. Like, you got the joke ones, I tell you. Tell me it's gotta have a video now. Walnut replacement. Now that is really off-putting. I really don't like that. It looks so sad, but at the same time it looks so creepy at the same time. Bearded Kleiner. Now that's pretty sick looking. We saw that earlier. Yeah, but there's just so much, 80s gun sounds. Is that... Come on, you gotta have a... Oh, they do...
I'm always...
He's got...
Oh, that's brilliant. Littles! HEVs! Oh, that's pure gold. That is pure gold. People are gonna be going and spamming that. Oh yeah, the restored soldier melee animation. I got that. That's actually pretty sick, They really just, pound you there. Okay, it looks like it's fixed. Transparent / invisible Alex too. Okay, pretty interesting. And here's the voter going, sing again. We'll just skim through all of this. I allowed you to see all of the stuff that's on the first 5 pages. There's a historic time for Half-Life 2. We got mod support that's proper, inbuilt, into it. It's sad that, if you want to get like, Skyrim support, I tell you, that you have to have the original Skyrim from back in the day. And I don't even think they sell that now. Skyrim. Yeah, all you get is like the special edition, I tell you. Special edition. You don't get like the old OG one, I tell you now. It's quite sad that. I remember Barry actually has the original, and people are still doing mods for it. I play the one that has, the not so good, what's it called, thingy. What's it called, Skyrim Special Editions, Creation Club? I think that's the name. You know what, it doesn't really stick very well, does it, the name? But, the modding over there is still going strong, I tell you. And it's great to see, like, Half-Life 2 get some more life into it, I tell you. Because, 20 years, I tell you. Doesn't feel like that long ago. Doesn't feel like that long ago. You know what? I'm older than, Half-Life 2 by like a few months. Well, by a lot of months, actually. It's still, a good chuckle. I'm older than one of the best games in gaming history. Alright. Well, I do think that's where we gotta end this off, so hopefully you enjoyed us. Have a nice day, safe, hope this is well. Mr. Richard, think of the vice, very important. I'm by these things, I'm on these, bye.